Here comes the rain. So hi guys, yeah, bit of a stormy day the other day, and managed to film a little bit of it and catch a couple of loud claps of thunder there. But while I was out and about looking out the window anyway, I thought, I'm going to start filming slow motion stuff, so HFR mode, so falling raindrops, from 250 to 500 frames per second, cars cruising past, and it's quite interesting how you see the water on the front tyres of a car being moved compared to the back. Quite a different way. It's obviously pushing the water out the way. Back one's obviously got less water to deal with, so it's quite interesting in that respect. So I'm still shooting at ISO 100 f4, either 1/250th of a second, which these are, or I do push it to 500th of a second, which I up the ISO to ISO 200 or 400 depending on how the light was changing, because depending on how thick the clouds were, was hiding the sun. But the sun did pop back out every now and again, so I was constantly adjusting stuff as I was shooting. So just quite interesting. Water moving with wheels, tyres and everything pushing it out of the way. That's quite cool. But yeah, no. So just messing around really. Didn't have much to do, so just stuck the camera out the window. And obviously being in lockdown, didn't really want to go out anyway, and just decided to capture stuff like this, a little bit different. Very easy to do. Just had the HFR mode on loop, and I have it on end half, which means it's only using half of its memory, which means you get a faster buffering to the card because it's slightly shorter, and you basically just push your middle button and it starts looping, and then once you've seen what you want to see, you quickly push record button and it records this little clip here, for example, and then it's ready to go for the next one. So basically you never really miss anything unless you're too slow pushing that record button. So that thunder sort of carried on for quite a while, but then just sort of dispersed into nothing, and it was just, yeah, unfortunately it didn't really do anything. So I was hoping to get some lightning and things like that, but it never really happened. As you can see here, there's a slight dip in this road here. It's obviously it's sunk down a little bit, so kind of a pothole, but not. But it's also, you can kind of see the way suspension works. Comes back out of the puddle, bounces up, obviously splashes a load of water everywhere. But you watch this rear wheel, drops down, and it comes back up quite a lot. It's quite interesting how that actually works. The other thing was, I was messing around with the just birds flying around. There was loads of birds flying around, pigeons mostly. There goes one there, and managed to capture a few. So basically this is one set of shots that you'll see shortly, which basically is a pigeon coming around and then towards me. So here's a few shots of some clouds. Clouds are funny ones. It doesn't always like focusing on clouds. It needs a harsher edge to try and pinpoint stuff. Especially, it finds them easier if you have it in AFC wide. It just finds one of the most prominent points and focuses on clouds. Clouds are obviously kind of like a flat object as such in the distance, and it's very difficult to for the camera normally to pinpoint a focus, especially if they're very soft clouds as well. Here's one of the tree leaf. It was just, but the sun came back out, so I managed to get a couple of shots of that. Pigeon flying around, but that's through. I basically tracked it and it went through the tree, kind of thing. So it ignored the tree completely, and then there's another pigeon sat in the tree. So I shot down through the branches, and he was eating buds or bugs or something which was there. And then just some more of the sort of new leaves, as we used to see. It's all started over the last couple of weeks. They weren't in leaf, and then suddenly there's leaves appearing on the tree. It was kind of weird. But okay, here's the pigeon. So it started off that far away, and I'm at 600mm, so it's miles away. I've cut out loads of frames, so basically it's just showing you that I've not zoomed out from 600mm, it's just getting closer. So it came across my view and then started banking towards me. So obviously just in flight, and then it turned and came towards me. So it stayed on the pigeon, ignored the tree completely, which is fine. And again, even right down below, it's almost right off the frame, stayed on the bird, ignored the tree, which I thought it might have actually gone straight for the tree because that was so low down in the frame. Then it came back up, or maybe I actually moved into the right position, and it stayed on the pigeon. And then next one here, obviously a nice bit of open air now. It's banked to the right, so straight on the pigeon still, no trouble at all. And I was really impressed. The fact, obviously I've got my finger down at the moment, so it's literally just bursting. And again, not the sharpest shots in the world because my shutter speed is slightly too slow, and I'm panning with the bird, so constantly moving with it. And almost went off shot, and I was kind of running out of space now because I'm pretty much shooting up at it, and then it's going to be over the roof in a minute. So it was starting to get a bit difficult, and the fact it's still held on to it right up in the top right hand corner there, the rear tail of the bird was still in focus, so it ignored the rest of the blue sky and just stayed on the bird as long as it could, and then obviously that was it. So yeah, that was it, guys. It was kind of just a bit of an observation, really, that the fact the camera still works very well. Got plenty of options of ways to use it. So you've got HFR mode, you've got obviously AFC with wide or spot focus for helping you get wildlife, and it tracks birds very, very well. Really pleased still, even though it's sort of 3 years down the line, it's still working very well. And you know, it's still the most usable camera out there, really, for everyday use. You know, as an all-in-one that's got huge range and also all those features that a lot of cameras don't even have. So it's really cool to have. You know, you can do stuff that other people can't, and the fact that you can zoom from 24 to 600mm very quickly and back again. The only downside is you can't zoom in and out whilst you've got your finger on the focusing button, which is a real shame, even though it can do it whilst it's in video, obviously. So it can focus quite happily in video while you're zooming in and out, so I don't understand why it can't be updated and let you zoom in and out as you want, which would be quite cool. It might just be to do with the power thing, or maybe there's not enough electricity coming off the battery to allow it to zoom back or out while you're focusing at the same time. I don't know, it might be power management side of things. But other than that, it's still a joy to use, and I know there's plenty of people out there now who've got them and they're loving it as well. And there'll be another video soon, so don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I shall see you soon. Obviously don't forget to click the little notification bell as well. Any questions about the RX10 Mark IV, please feel free to ask below. I will be trying to do some more videos for people that have a few requests already, and I shall add them as soon as I can do them. And that's it, really. So I shall see you soon. Thank you.